All right, everyone. So Rhea Ripley has been removed from a show she was initially slated to be on. So we're reading from Russell Talk. WWE recently announced that its traditional Boxing Day, December 26th, live event at Madison Square Garden will return this year. When the announcement was made, the poster for it featured numerous talents who were evidently planned to appear on the show. The poster featured Gunther, Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, Dominic Mysterio, Jey Uso, Drew McIntyre, The Miz, and R-Truth. However, the poster has since been updated with some new additions, as well as a couple of those on the original poster being removed. The names removed are The Miz and Rhea Ripley, and Ripley also isn't listed in the featured superstars section of names advertised for the show. So obviously, WWE has done this before. They may actually put The Miz back on, maybe, because we just saw him return. Rhea Ripley, she's dealing with an injury, and this tells us two things. Number one, they're unsure if she will be back by December 26th. It doesn't mean she's definitely off the show, but it's likely. And number two, if she doesn't appear on there, this is certainly going to be a serious, serious injury. So she suffered a fractured orbital bone a couple weeks ago. And at first, we reported because we were reading all these articles that were saying it was part of the show. Turns out it was not part of the show. This was the real deal. Now, I once again, I don't think you could read too far into this yet because we saw this with Roman Reigns. He was initially on the promotional material for a certain show, and then he was taken off, and then he was put back on and appeared on the show. So I think this could happen. This is probably just them being extra cautious with it, or just trying to keep her in the news. Keeping by removing and adding and removing and adding what you're doing, that you're keeping people talking about her. And I do think she is a key part of the women's division right now, obviously, but her injury came at a bad time just due to the fact that, they were building the story. Initially, I thought, okay, it's all right because this is a storyline injury, so they're trying to just push this thing out and they'll have her come back at the perfect time. With this being a real injury, you look at this and you go, man, you don't want them to take any steam out of the Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Rhea Ripley feud. So I hope everything ends up being all right. I hope she gets back sooner rather than later because if she's not really 100% ready to go and they can't build a good storyline with this by WrestleMania, I think it's going to be very, very disappointing for many. Luckily, they do have time, but I would love to see her back sooner rather than later.